As a full-time professional virgin, I'm always finding myself taking notes. You're always writing down little magic trick ideas, and throughout the years, I've had different systems. In this case, these are some old notebooks. These are the more modern ones that I've started to use. These are Rocket books. I'm not sponsored or affiliated, but I'm a big fan of these because they let you write down things and then you could erase it. So essentially your notebook becomes reusable. I've mentioned why I like taking notes in written form because it's easier to memorize. You're committing. Whereas with the phone, you're getting convenience, but what's a phone really used for? Me personally, I like to browse through CBT pornography. I also like to text random bitches. I find myself trying to do a to-do list on my phone and I never get anything done on it. Whereas when I write it down, I find it easy to access and I find it readily available. Now you notice that this notebook in particular fits in your pocket, but this would be what I consider to be a big boy notebook. I have one in my wallet that's a lot smaller than that, and this one is a small little one that I've made out of index cards. I've already talked about it in a previous episode. However, this one fits in your wallet. I have a small pen and that one goes with me everywhere I go. It takes up no pocket space. It's unintrusive. People don't have to know about it. I just take my little notebook out. I write my note. I put it back in my wallet and I'm good to go. Now let's make this a little bit more hipster. What could be the fringe of writing down notes in a notebook, my friends? Seeing that we live in the year 2023, well, we have to stand out in one way or another. So if you were maximum hipster, how would you take notes? Oh, did I hear ancient Roman wax tablet?
I unironically use a Roman wax tablet in everyday life.
What the fuck are you doing? You should have already known by the fucking Peaky Blinders cap that this guy was not going to be anything less than King Hipster himself.
I find it a good deal more practical than pen and paper. It's not as wasteful because you can't erase pen, and you can erase pencil, but it's just not nearly as practical. It doesn't erase as cleanly. So yeah, I like it.
You could erase this pen, you get a little cloth and you wipe it off and it's gone. You could reuse the sheets, that's sustainable. In a paper notebook, you throw away the paper, you recycle the paper. Using a Roman wax tablet is like using a bulldozer to crumble a piece of paper.
A lot of folks asked how to use a wax tablet. Well, you'll need a stylus, and yes, that is where the smartphone pen thing gets its name from. And you use the sharp end of the stylus to write with. You don't want to dig in too deeply, you just need a light touch. It goes a little bit slower than a pen or pencil.
Oh yeah, looks great, buddy. Very legible. Very legible. Definitely worthwhile carrying this massive tablet on you. What's up, girl? Let me get them phone numbers. Yeah, let me write down your digits. Hold up. Let me just take out my Roman wax tablet real quick, girl. Gotta get my stylus out. Hold up. Give me, where are you going? Don't leave me. The only way that this will make any sense is if you shrink the Roman tablet using magic. And if you want to learn magic, maybe you should check out the PigCake Magic Academy, the home of over 1,500 videos going over card stuff, coin stuff, everything you need to become the best magician you could possibly be. Look at this. The list is still going as I'm yapping, and you get access to that the moment you sign up for the price of a single White Claw a month, the equivalent of a single White Claw a month.
To erase, you'll need to use the flat back end of the stylus. You'll drag it a couple times over what you've written, smooth everything out, and there you go. All erased. It's pretty much infinitely writable and erasable.
And it's also the size of your mother. Look at that. Look at what you have to carry just for the sake of standing out and being different. It's not practical. If you want practicality, use your phone. That's something you have on you anyways. A pen and paper makes sense. And look, it fits in your wallet, something you're going to have on you anyways. You're touting on the benefits of using this Roman tablet that now you have to carry on you, and you're erasing it, saying that it's better for you than pen or pencil. No, come on. There's a limit. I almost get why hipsters want to use vinyl, because vinyl has a different sound than CD, and it has a different sound than cassette. It has a different sound than digital music, and you might want to hear how the original artist intended for you to listen to that. Me personally, I would love to listen to my favorite album of all time, Survivor's Vital Signs and or When Seconds Count, as originally intended by Jim Pederick. But I understand that it's impractical. I understand that it's a lot easier to have a million songs in my phone than to carry around a vinyl player and to try to listen to that just so I could acquiesce to my earwig. This is dumb. Stop being a hipster. And you're not Thomas fucking Shelby. Take off the hat. Some advice at the end of the video. I live in Miami, Florida, so it's very humid here. I just got one of these no spill dehumidifier pouches. And I've noticed it getting a little bit wet. I noticed it getting a little bit moist and capturing some moisture. My entire couch was wet. I'm afraid that it's going to have mold on it. Right now, it's actually a lot drier ever since I got this thing. And for some reason, I think maybe it's because I decided to dry a towel here, that somehow the moisture traversed space time and managed to embed itself inside of the couch. It was quite disgusting. I had somebody come over and they say, "Hey, why is your couch soaked?" And I touched it and it was in fact wet. So if you have humidity, I recommend getting these little dehumidifier pouches. They're about $5 and they last, I believe, a couple months if you're not living in complete ocean water. And it's done a good job. It's done a good job. So
I see you again, when 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 I see